What is bullying?
Harassing.
Fighting.
Name calling,
Shoving,
threatening,
gossiping,
spreading rumors,
isolating,
cursing,
Blackmailing.
intimidating,
stealing lunch money,
tripping.
Cyberbullying.
And that's not even the end of it.
I'm Pat. I am the manager of the.
Now, first of all, what do you consider to be bullying?
I consider bullying to be where some person again talk loudly or scare another person enough into doing things that they would not normally do or happy with.
How do you feel schools can take measures to prevent this?
Generally, it does occur at schools. I think that the administration, the principal, and them should take more action from what we have seen in the past where they have had the suicides. It appears that the school officers did not take enough action against the perpetrators of these crimes, and this is not how things should be handled. If there is any complaint at all, if my child was in school and they complained to me, and I went to a principal, I would expect the bullies to be removed from school or suspended immediately and taken in for counseling before they're brought back to the school. But this does not happen on a regular basis.
And do you feel that faculty do a good enough job of reaching out to children, to making themselves available if
No, they do not. Otherwise, you should expect those suicides would not happen. You hear of other instances. And there are lots of live videos that have been shown where people are having fights and the parents are encouraging the girls to fight or whatever on the ground. And the administration is not taking enough action or doing anything about it. So I think they need to get more educated on these things.
Do you consider verbal bullying a serious issue?
I believe that verbal bullying is a very serious issue because it's not just that, but it's what it can lead to. It can lead to hurt feelings, and it can also lead to crimes between young people and even older people.
How do you think verbal bullying will affect people long term?
Well, I've seen it affect people long term. Actually, one of my friends who was bullied in elementary school, she actually turned into a bully so that she wouldn't be bullied anymore. And it's just a bad cycle. It's like a domino effect. Once you affect someone else, they'll affect someone else, and it'll continue to happen.
What influences have technology had on verbal bullying?
Well, especially among teenagers, technology such as Facebook, Twitter, and all the social media websites, that's very popular. And cyberbullying is actually very common nowadays. And in fact, there's been suicides because of things posted about other people on these websites. I don't know if you've heard about New York. There there was a student who committed suicide 2 years ago, I believe, and it's just not good. You know, his roommate came in after he had a sexual encounter with another boy, and he posted it on, I believe it was Facebook, and once he saw it, it completely humiliated him, and I believe he jumped off the building. I'm not sure exactly how he committed suicide, but people don't realize the serious effects that this can have on people's lives, and it's very bad. I don't think we should do it.
Hi, I'm Justin Perel. I am a sophomore in kinesiology here at the University of Illinois.
Justin, what is your definition of cyberbullying?
In my opinion, cyberbullying would be any form of hate or harassment over any sort of media outlet that kids or adults use nowadays.
Do you think cyberbullying is a serious issue?
I think it's becoming an increasingly more prevalent problem nowadays, especially with all the access that people have to the internet, especially through like phones and texting. I mean, kids nowadays get phones at younger ages, and it's easier to contact people.
Do you think social networking has anything to do with the amount of cyberbullying going on?
I mean, I feel that cyberbullying is going to be anywhere on the internet, but however, like I guess over like social networking sites, it's probably more prevalent, especially in younger age groups, especially because their contact with their friends is a lot easier over the internet, and it's a lot easier to, I guess, act tough, in front of a computer screen rather than in person.
Have you yourself ever been cyberbullied?
Personally, I can't recall any situations in which I have been cyberbullied. However, I mean, you hear about it in the news and in the media all the time about people who commit suicide because of cyberbullying and, problems like that.
Okay, and then finally, what do you think some of the long-term effects of cyberbullying may be?
I think some of the long-term effects of cyberbullying are probably going to be heavier censorship, or, the chance of censorship on like social networking sites or in certain media, and probably, I mean, long-term wise, it can cause a lot of emotional problems with the people who are involved in it, especially the ones on the receiving end of it.
Perfect, thank you.
Those who have been bullied have a higher risk of depression and anxiety.
Some have become more violent and even resorted to the act of suicide.
So what can you do?
Make the choice.
Recognize the problem.
Report the issue.
Stand up for the victim.
Be a friend.
Talk to them.
Talk to her.
Comfort them.
Anything.
So long as you don't fall victim of bullying others yourself.
Solving violence with violence is not the solution.
You have the power to stop this.
Help those who are in need.
A simple choice can save a life.
You have the choice.